Hello and welcome to Thaiger Bites. I'm Jay and this is Tim.
Oh, hi.
And he's wearing a suit.
Well, I'm just trying to raise the tone of the program because, you're doing so much to lower the tone.
Well,
You wore that flannel shirt this morning.
that's right. Well,
You haven't washed it.
it's because we shoot this on Fridays and it's Lumberjack Fridays. I thought about
You got a whole wardrobe there.
I thought about changing the shirt,
Yeah.
but I felt it wouldn't be true for the Friday spirit.
We even brought in an extra plant.
I've made a commitment and I stick to my
You
commitments.
certainly have.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Thaiger Bites. This is where we get to address your comments and feedback from all of our platforms on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and the Thaiger Talk Forum on the website.
Right. And this is our chance to basically abuse you and bully you in exchange for you bullying us.
Yes. However, Tim,
Yeah?
I found it difficult to find harsh comments this week.
Oh, I can't believe that.
People were
Did you read Robert's comment?
Oh,
from
Robert
New?
knew. Yeah, no, I don't. I think he sends you personal message. He's a personal fan.
Oh, no, it was directed at both of us.
Oh, was it? Oh.
Yeah.
Where did he message that?
It's on the YouTube channel. I left it there.
Somewhere.
Yeah. He must. We usually get about one message a week from him.
Mm-hmm.
He must just be sort of doing his banking or going to get his haircut and go. Oh my God! It's Friday. I forgot to send my abusive message to the Tiger.
Yeah.
Quick, think of some really nasty words I can use.
Well, thank you, Robert. We do appreciate you taking the time to message in every week.
And Robert, even your nasty comment helps our YouTube algorithm. So thank you.
Namaste to that.
Can I start?
Yes, please.
From Luxury Hotel Adventures. I think they've got a plug in there without us even without them even trying.
Smart.
Thai officials couldn't differentiate between an endemic, pandemic, and a KFC meal.
Yeah.
There's a story today about the Thai government deciding or defining their own version of what the word endemic is.
It's like the BTS meal.
Well, what's wrong with the PTS meal?
It's just nuggets with a drink.
6 McNuggets and a special Mexican flavour, I think, which is very South Korean.
I thought they could have come up with some, spicy fried chicken Korean or Korean chicken.
When we're talking about the BTS meal, we're not talking about the Sky Train in Bangkok.
Oh, no,
Okay,
no, yes. We're talking about the Korean music pop band.
There you go.
Anyways, Not My Spleen says...
Not my spleen?
Not My Spleen, and he's talking about Tiger Bites last week, in specific the Lumberjack song. He says, Jay put himself on the line with that song. Great way to show appreciation for the subscribers. Now, he's given us some, what would I say? He's given us advice on what to do when we reach the next milestone. So for 150,000 subscribers, full Colonel Klink outfit, monocle, non-negotiable, plus Bavarian farmer. Jay, you could probably reuse a lumberjack shirt, but lederhosen will be required, as well as singing Dankeschön, of course. Yeah, of course.
Wayne Newton's Dankeschön. Do you know Dankeschön?
I have no idea what that is.
Dankeschön.
No. I don't know.
Dankeschön.
Yeah.
That's the all I know.
And apparently for the 200,000 subscribers, entire staff performs traditional Morris dance in authentic era costumes. I have no idea what that is.
I'm going to Google Morris dance for you and show you.
Well, thank you, Not My
Jay.
Spleen. I shall consider this request of yours for 150,000. No promises yet, but I shall consider it, as I do not have anything better yet. Oh my.
Here we go.
The Morris dance.
This is the Morris dance. It's a Royal Morris dance, something to do with Royal Oak Day. Oh, they're not dancing yet. They're just playing their accordions. Come on, here we go. Here we go.
Oh. Maybe we can play this during the over here. Just keep the PC here.
We'll leave it going through the entire show.
All right.
That's Morris dancing.
Let us know if you'd like
Can you
us
see
to do
us
the Morris
doing that?
dance. I can see you doing that, yes.
Waving my handkerchief around.
Yeah.
I better wash my handkerchief first. But not good. Don't wave your handkerchief if you've got COVID. Where are my notes?
Yeah, handkerchiefs are frowned upon now in the post-pandemic times.
Have you used a handkerchief in the last 10 years?
No, I remember I used to use a handkerchief when I was in primary school. My mum said, here's a handkerchief, you need this. This was back in like 1998 or something. And I was like, sure. And then in 1 year, I just grew up, and handkerchiefs were not in anymore.
Definitely
Definitely not in Thailand.
30 years before, in 1968, I was using... That's 40 years ago. 30... Anyway. Handkerchiefs, I think, are a great way to spread disease. But my mother always used to give me a clean handkerchief, just in case you get run over. I want the ambulance to think that your mother cared for you. And my Auntie Rosa used to give me a handkerchief every birthday.
That's a sad birthday.
It was meant as love, but I was saying I'd rather have a Lego set.
No wonder you're so grumpy every time.
Yeah. I don't think I'd opened any of them. T. Lowe says, I'm sad to hear that Hua Lompong was being redeveloped. I suppose it's inevitable given its location in the ever-growing city. So many memories from 2000 to 2003. For me, I'll never forget the variety of people and the sights. Bangkok Pat did a story about Hua Lompong a few weeks ago.
Yes.
You can find that if you want to Google our YouTube channel. So, good on you, T. Lowe. We'll follow the Hua Lompong story as it goes. At the moment, they've sort of got some trains coming out of it, and they said they're going to close it. No, they're not going to close it, and we don't know yet.
All right. My next comment is from Tony Hunt, and he has a remark to make. He says, I think Jett and Natty's US locations definitely make them the high-so dynamic duo. I mean, both of them are just off the rails. They're extremely divas offset.
Their American location?
Yes. Well, they've both studied in US.
Right.
And I believe, like, in expensive cities, I'm guessing.
Doesn't make them American, but yeah, okay, we get you.
Yeah.
So they're the where were you educated?
In Phuket, Thailand.
That explains a lot. Okay, Dave B says, relating to Thai bike license system, I did the computer test. There are 4 incorrect questions.
Oh, no.
I was told on the day of the exam, if I do not answer them in the incorrect manner, then I would get the questions wrong.
Yes.
That about sums it up.
That happened the same exact thing to me. When I did my driving license test, it wasn't the 4 wrong questions. The same question was repeated 4 times, and I was like, do I pick a different answer and just try my luck, or do I get the question wrong 4 times? What do? I took a 50-50.
Well, it's not the Kobayashi Maru.
Well, it could be. You don't know what Spock's doing.
You know the reference. Good for you. Hope you did too. Did I read that one? Dave B, yes. Thanks, Dave.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's your turn.
Yes. Dave J says, hi, team. I just wanted to ring in and let you know I live in Seattle and don't drink Starbucks. For 2 reasons. One, as you guys mentioned it's overpriced. Additionally, and more because of the pandemic, I prefer to give my business to the small mom and pop coffee stands or cafes. Now, this question is from Thaiger Unfiltered, where we were asked, me, Jett, and Natty were asked what kind of coffee we prefer. So I chose this question to ask you. I know you only drink 1 coffee a day, but what do you think about, brands like Starbucks? Like, do you enjoy having, expensive coffee, or do you think it's overpriced, or do you prefer mom and pop coffee stands like Dave?
I enjoy the mum and pop coffee stands. I've gone to Starbucks before. Sometimes if I'm going to have a meeting with a client, we want to go to a coffee shop, I might pick a Starbucks because it might be at a well-known location or convenient. But if I'm going to go and grab a coffee, but we've got very good coffee here at the office.
Yes.
Coffeeculture.asia, thank you very much. But I'd probably go downstairs to one of the many, 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 many little mum and pop coffee stands. And the coffee's universally very good.
That's right.
90% of the coffee they make is usually the iced coffee with the condensed milk, which is mostly sugar and some sort of white powder. But boy, that's sweet, that sweetened condensed milk.
This is actually a coincidence, but we actually have one of those mom and pop coffee shops sponsoring us for Thai TikTok.
Which has gone mental.
Yes.
It's by far the most successful platform on the entire Thaiger brand.
Have almost 500,000 subscribers there.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane. And thank you very much to Flash.
Yes, Flash Coffee.
Flash Coffee.
I believe it's a franchise that can be bought by anyone. So the specific Flash that we're being sponsored by, is owned by a lot of mom and pop coffee stands.
Can I just break away from the audience for a moment and say, I think in the office
Yes.
we should have a coffee. Well, I mean, I'm sort of using I don't mean this to sound sexist, but we need a tea lady. We need somebody with a trolley, could be male, could be from anywhere, could be female, walking around with a trolley with coffee and tea.
Biscuits, scones.
At like two times in the afternoon and once in the morning.
Yeah.
And everybody gathers around and they talk about, why Jay was educated in Phuket or, his lumberjack shirts.
Do you have to ring a bell to call him or her?
Oh, no, I think... yes. No, you have it at a prescribed time, say 10:30 in the morning.
5 p.m.
Don't you think that'd be really nice? We all get around and we talk for 5 minutes. Otherwise, everybody, they disappear downstairs and they go to Flash or some other coffee place, and I don't see them for half an hour.
Do you have tea in Australia?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, 4 p.m, 4:30, 5.
I used to
Evening
enjoy
tea?
my afternoon tea.
Afternoon tea.
Yeah, Australia sort of was...
Everything
I'm not going to go into that.
the English have, Australians have too. Okay.
It's not going to... Oh, we are actually addressing Australian products later in the comments here. Juka Joskinen. I murdered that one. News in English... Wait, you'll love this. Are you listening?
Yeah.
News in English must be presented by foreigners, otherwise it turns into circus.
Okay.
The facial expressions of Asians and Europeans are very different. It turns out very strange when a Thai journalist talks about something serious and at the same time smiles or grimaces. Well, I responded by saying, where do I start? And other people have jumped on the bandwagon. Juka, if that's your name, what a ridiculous comment that is. So you can't do the news, Jay. You know how you've been doing your 1 minute news on YouTube stories?
Yeah, YouTube Shorts.
You can't do it anymore because apparently it's a circus and people may not understand your facial expressions.
I just don't have the facial expressions of Juka.
You
They
need,
just do it differently in Scandinavia.
you should be more white.
Maybe I need to be... Possibly.
So, you're not going to make Juka happy because you're from Asia. But what about Natty?
Oh, no.
Natty's Asian as well.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
I never realized until just now.
Oh,
I'm going to have to do something about this.
Jett's Asian.
He is. He's half Asian. That's even worse in a way.
Oh, my God. Oh.
I'm not Asian at all. Well,
No.
I am, actually. I've forgotten my roots.
You're about as Asian as you can get.
All
Where
right.
did your father come from?
My father was born in India.
Where was your mother from?
My mother was also born in India.
That makes you pretty Asian.
I think so.
You were born in Asia?
Yes.
Voila.
I live in Asia.
Cannot be a journalist and read the news.
Where am I?
Off you go.
Right. Next comment is regarding driving license in Thailand. Minburi, Bangkok says, Jay, my friend's wife, who is Thai, failed her test. The examiner asked for 2,000 baht and he said that he would pass her. She paid him, she drove home and ran into a wall. Luckily, she was not hurt, but the car was wrote off. Everyone should take lessons and only be put forward for a test when considered ready for one. Minburi, I agree with your last statement there. Everyone should go get a driver license properly when they're ready for it. Or that happens.
Do you know how I got my first license in Thailand?
How?
Khao San Road.
Did you? I thought I was about to say, really?
Yes.
Oh.
It worked for 5 years. Then I got a real one.
When you realised you just had to walk in and ask for one.
Because originally I arrived with an international driving license. I was
Okay.
very prepared when I moved to Thailand.
Yeah.
But that ran out in about 2 years. I thought, oh, God, what am I going to do now? And everybody said, don't go and do the Thai driving test. So I just went and bought one. I'm a good driver, by the way.
They're coming for you.
Greg Bow 13 says, awesome job, Tim and Jay. Always entertaining and informative. I was brushing my teeth, and when that guy said Tim should respectfully stay behind the scenes, I spit toothpaste all over my laptop, laughing my ass off. I think that's what A stands for in that, LMAO.
Yes.
Laughing my... Anyway,
Yeah.
so we apologise.
Yes.
I hope your laptop's okay. You can blame... What was the gentleman's name this morning who said I should stay behind the scenes? Was it
forgot.
Roger or somebody?
I forgot, yes.
Might have been Robert.
Or could
I
have
don't
been
think
Robert.
it was.
Robert's second account, Roger. All right, I've got a lot of comments regarding Australia Day. A-Tech first says, what about the VB shoey? Have you ever done a shoey?
Help me out.
The Australian shoey.
What's a shoey?
A shoey is when you put beer, you take off your shoe, you put beer in your shoe, and then you drink it. So traditionally, it's maybe it's a sport activity. I've seen it in UFC. I've seen it in F1. So, for example, Daniel Ricciardo, who is possibly one of the most famous F1 drivers. So after he wins, he takes off his shoe that he's been racing in for the last 2 hours, puts a beer in it, and drinks out of it. It's called a shoey.
Okay, well, thank you for educating me on that particular tradition that may or may not be Australian.
It's Australian.
Does it have to be VB?
I don't know what VB stands for.
Victoria Bitter. VB, it's in a green can. Even I know that.
Okay, well, you need to do a VB shoey. That's it. For 200,000 subscribers, Tim Newton is going to do a shoey.
With a monocle.
Yes.
Ricky Blair says, great to have an American to help the show. Go, go, Jett. Well, I think we've established that Jett is not American. He's half Thai, half German.
Yes, he is. However, Ricky might not be wrong because the other day he did say that he's half American. I heard him say the words, I am half American. I think he has an American passport. His father might be half German, half American.
Are you sure about this?
Yes.
Which show was he talking on?
I think it was Thaiger Unfiltered. Or maybe it was the Good Morning Thailand. Are you going to call him live?
I'm calling Jett now.
Calling Jett live on air to get rid of these suspicions. Where is Jett really from?
Yeah.
All I know is that he's a fake Thai.
Everybody says he's fake Thai. I thought he was half Thai, half German. Jett Gunther.
Yeah, I mean, Gunther, you can't get away with it.
He's not. We'll just put him on hold there. We'll see if he answers the phone.
He might be shooting Thailand News Today.
He might be shooting Thailand News Today.
On his phone.
And he's going to be going, why are they bothering me while I'm trying to read the news? He might call back later. We'll double check on that.
We'll double check.
It's very important, we understand. Okay, your turn.
All right. Shane O. Traveller continues the Australia Day shenanigans.
I've got more of that too.
He says, should have told them it's better than Nutella. Pack it tight. The Vegemite. You should have told us that it was Nutella.
Vegemite and Nutella are two very, very different products. One is chocolate and sweet and almondy.
Yeah.
And the other one is
No, he means you
unique.
should have pulled a prank on us. You should have told us it was Nutella.
Oh, right.
It's okay.
And somebody accused us of using too much Vegemite. So you just meant to smear it. I think I did sort of smear it. I didn't really...
You put very little on there.
Yeah, it didn't lather it.
But even little is enough.
Do you know what? After the show, I put that jar of Vegemite in our staff fridge. It's gone.
Yeah, someone threw it away, rightly so.
I think somebody took it home because they loved it so much.
Yeah.
Go on. It was you.
Yeah.
Yeah? So this is a bit of a long and controversial one.
Oh, no.
It follows on from my misstep during the week, saying that I thought Cadbury's was an Australian brand, to which thousands of you were very happy to correct me.
Yes.
That it was started in England and it's now an American-owned product. Well, Lamingtons and Pavlova are Kiwi, not Australian, says Nathan Rowe.
Yeah.
So, what would you know about that?
Because this is regarding the Australia Day. I asked you, like, does Australia have their own cuisine or something they're famous
I said
for?
Lamingtons and Pavlova.
Yeah.
Well, this is from Wikipedia.
Okay.
A lamington is an Australian cake made from squares of butter cake or sponge cake coated in an outer layer of chocolate sauce and rolled in desiccated coconut. Sounds good. I think they were named after Lord Lamington.
Oh, okay.
The early history of Pavlova can be traced to Australia. This is also from Wikipedia.
I just saw his notes. He's going to go on a rant for about 5 minutes.
Where recipes for a very similar dish have been found dating back to 1906, before you were born. Though this dish was only called a cream cake and did not bear the name Pavlova, who was a Russian ballet dancer. Are you taking notes?
Yeah.
So in 1922 book Australian Home Cookery by Emily Futter. And good afternoon to Mr. and Mrs. Futter. Contains a recipe for meringue with fruit filling. This is the first known recipe for a food entirely resembling the modern pavlova. There you go. So I'm saying, what's your name? Nathan, who apparently just lives down the road in Ekamai. Because I said to him, after we had a few humorous exchanges over the matter, we're apparently going to go and have a cook-off.
Who, you and Nathan?
Nathan and I are going to get together. We might do it on air one day.
There you go. Australians taking the limelight away from Kiwis again.
I think he's Kiwi, so he's going to come and stand up for the Kiwis. We'll bake a pavlova.
Bake off. Australia versus New Zealand. That's it.
It's really a difficult thing to cook. Lamingtons are a bit easier, but have you ever tried cooking meringue? Oh, gee, it's difficult.
No, I don't cook. I just eat.
Imagine meringue with cream and kiwi fruit, or there we go.
I'm not a big fan of kiwi.
The
fruit,
passion
not the
fruit,
people.
passion fruit, sourrot as they call it here.
Sapalot.
That's pineapple.
Yes.
I said sourrot.
Oh, sourrot. Okay.
Yes. Okay. I think I'm finished with my lamingtons and pavlova.
Okay. PG Santa is back, and he says, "The world loves the Aussies, but we will never forgive them for Vegemite." I would like to double this statement and say that, yes, the world will never forgive. Will never forgive. And of course, he signed off by saying, "Free Natty."
So, okay, be honest. You thought the Vegemite was that bad when you did the taste test the other day?
Yes, it was. It was possibly the worst topping I have ever tasted.
Okay. Graham...
I would use that for a prank.
Right.
It's an acquired taste. Let's just leave it there. I would like to be polite and be respectful for the people who do enjoy it.
You can use it to grease your wheels on your motorbike.
Yeah.
Graham Buchan says, Tim is the kind of person who probably says all things in moderation, but can't see the potential benefits of making available a substance 116 times safer than alcohol to the public. I think he's talking about all our discussions about...
Marijuana?
We're not going to talk about it because you know what
we can't say
YouTube
the
does
word.
when we say the word.
YouTube always flags us if we say the C word or the M word.
It might be pot or grass or weed, perhaps.
Yes. Mary
but
Jane.
We're not going to talk about it.
Let's just say Mary Jane.
Is this type of unadulterated ignorance is why we see such distrust from media figures today. Next time you enjoy your tipple of choice, you should reflect, Tim, on fact that what you're doing has no safe level.
You tell him, Graham.
So, Graham, I should share with you, I actually don't drink or smoke or take drugs.
Allegedly.
I've never had a glass of or a drop of alcohol in my life. It's true. I've never smoked a cigarette. I've never smoked marijuana. Oh, I said the word.
You're going to get us flagged now.
So my tipple of choice is probably my morning coffee. And so if that drug is 116 times less safe than the one you're talking about, well, so be it. Thank you, Graham.
All right. The last question is from TY. And remember when we were doing the Vegemite question video, all three of us were sitting quite close together, so I just took a moment to tell people that, hey guys, you know, we're vaccinated and we've done an ATK test and we all work in the same bubble. So TY said, Jay, the social distance police, freaking relax, freak.
So he's having a go at you, or
Yeah.
the people who are having a go at you?
I think he was telling me to relax because I'm a freak.
Well, I couldn't agree more.
A freak of nature.
This last one is quite long while Jay is admiring his muscles.
Lack of.
Chino Chin
Okay.
wasn't very happy when the other day we didn't recommend, but we said if you asked us,
Yes.
if we had the decision to make about would we go to Thailand at the moment, Jett's just calling back. Should we take Jett's call?
Yes, I think we should.
Okay. Hi, Jett. Can I put you on speaker? Because, shit, I hung up on him. Sorry.
Deservedly so.
So, it's calling him back.
So, hi, Jett. That was so nice. Can I put you? And then you hang up on him.
Sorry about that. We're actually doing Thaiger Bites at the moment.
Okay.
And you're on mic, okay? So be careful what you say.
Okay.
So do you want to
Are
say...
we live?
Yeah, do you want to say hello to the listener?
Hello, listeners
Okay.
or
So
viewers.
people are saying that thank heavens you're American and that's why you're such a good newsreader. Are you in any way American?
I am. My dad's American, so I have 2 passports, one Thai, one American.
Ah, okay. So we've been giving out misinformation.
So wait, how come your last name's Gunther? That sounds very German.
I mean, most, like 99% of Americans are immigrated from Europe, right?
99? That's a very
Not
high
99,
number.
but like the majority of white Caucasian Americans went there from Europe, right? So yeah, my family from Germany.
You haven't been German this whole time?
Okay, well, that's the last
Have
news
I said
you
a single
read.
word of German to you?
I don't know.
I actually.
I want it to be
don't speak any
respectful.
German.
It's not something you go around asking people.
Jett, that's...
Wait, you have a fetish for Germans and phobia for Americans? Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely not. I can neither confirm nor deny those comments or allegations.
Yeah. Was it such a hot topic about my
Oh, it was.
nationality?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Okay.
Apparently, only Americans can read news, according to one of our listeners, viewers.
Yeah.
Well, he's right.
Yeah.
Only I can read the news properly.
Ooh.
Bye, Jett.
Cancelled.
Anything else?
He's been cancelled.
That's it. Say goodbye to the viewers.
All right. Goodbye, viewers. I hope I solved this timeless mystery. And yeah, and maybe I will never be invited on the show again.
There
for
you go. That's absolutely
pissing everyone off.
Say goodbye.
Bye.
Thanks, Jett. I'll speak to you later.
I mean, guten Abend, or however they
It's
say it.
Guten
in German.
Tag, I think.
Tag.
Is it
Guten
Guten
Tag.
Tag?
Bye. Thanks, Jett.
Oh, I think Guten Tag is
Bye,
hello.
bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Nice of him to call back.
Shoes! Oh, that's what he's supposed to say.
So anyway, Chino Chin. Oh, here. So we were talking about. Thanks. That was Jett. We were talking about that if we were thinking about coming to Thailand at the moment, we probably wouldn't. That's what we
Yes.
shared that opinion.
Yeah.
But he said, saying if I was a tourist, I don't think I'd travel to Thailand. What a way to discourage potential tourists. You guys need to be more tactful on this matter. Large part of our population, assuming he's from Thailand, is suffering due to no tourists. You can easily see these things because you are in Thailand and comfortably still living a good life, but many out here are struggling to survive. Very disappointing remark. Ungrateful people to a country that hosts their comfortable lifestyle. That's... So what do you got to say for yourself, Jett? Jay? That's a fair comment.
I guess, yes. But that's assuming that everyone's just going to listen to what I have to say. Like, I would
Exactly.
like to think that grown adults can make their own decisions on where they want to travel and wouldn't care what I would like to do if I was a tourist.
And that was exactly my response too,
Like,
because...
when I want to go on holiday, I don't think to myself, well, Tim wouldn't go here, so I don't know if I want to go there.
That'd be a good reason to go, I would have thought.
Yeah.
I would say that we present mostly the news, sprinkled sometimes with a few opinions.
Yeah.
If people want to know what we think about something, or sometimes we think what we think about a particular issue, and they're our opinions. But we are not pushing our opinions down your throat. We're just saying them, and you get the chance to tell us that our opinions are wrong,
Yeah,
and that's
and-
fine too.
And this was on Good Morning Thailand. It's a talk show where we do talk and give our opinions. Otherwise, there are good things and bad things, so no matter what you say, that means we would never be able to have a conversation.
Yep.
So, yeah.
There you go. That's all my Thaiger Bites today. And thank you to all the people who took the time to put pen to paper, or in this case, typing. Jett sent me a funny comment. So thank you very much for doing that, and we also enjoy having the odd ribbing back at you.
Yes, and if you do have any comments or any questions for next week's episode, you can leave that in the comment section below, as well as any thoughts you had throughout the episodes on any of the topics we discussed. Thank you very much. We appreciate you watching the show, and we'll see you next week.
There might not be anybody there because they may have watched last week's show and they thought, Lumberjack song, that's it.
Are you kidding? Lumberjack song was a hit. They're coming back for the Lumberjack sequel. All right,
which is going to
be
be the Morris, us dressed doing the Morris dance.
the Morris dance coming up, 200,000 subscribers. All right,
think so.
have a great weekend, everybody.